Picture this. A jagged landscape stretches under a twilight sky, the air heavy with the scent of sulfur. Rivers of molten rock snake across the ground, glowing fiercely as they devour everything in their path. Above, plumes of ash twist into the heavens, carried by an unforgiving wind. This is Iceland, where Earth's fiery core meets its frozen surface, creating a volatile, otherworldly tableau. And in November 2024, the Reykjanes Peninsula volcano erupted once again, reminding the world of the raw, untamed power that defines this island nation. The sharp, angular lava fields covering much of the Reykjanes Peninsula are the scars of eruptions past, hardened into a basaltic expanse that traps heat beneath the surface. Here, the Earth doesn't just sit still, it pulses with life as fumaroles vent steam, mud pots bubble with geothermal fervor, and the acrid tang of sulfur wafts through the air. Twilight, often lingering longer in these northern latitudes, casts a surreal glow over the stark terrain, where the meeting of fire and ice creates a primal stage. For centuries, travelers described Iceland as a land of myth, where the boundaries between earth and sky felt tenuous, the land alive with whispers of ancient power. In November 2024, the Reykjanes Peninsula, an area already notorious for its volcanic activity, came alive for the 7th time in a single year. Lava fountains erupted from the earth, reaching astonishing heights as glowing rivers of molten rock surged toward critical infrastructure. The Svartsengi geothermal power plant and the world-renowned Blue Lagoon Spa stood in the path of destruction, sparking a race against time. When the ground ruptured, it marked the latest chapter in a dramatic year of volcanic activity. Earlier fissures had opened in March, spewing lava that reshaped the peninsula's contours. Scientists monitoring the region had already noted heightened seismic activity, a clear precursor to the November eruption. Volcanologists described the scene as a rapid escalation, with magma forcing its way to the surface in a matter of hours. Historical records suggest that eruptions in the Reykjanes Peninsula occur in cycles, often spanning centuries. The last active cycle ended around the 13th century, and the 21st century resurgence may herald decades of activity to come. Local authorities acted swiftly. Barriers were hastily constructed to redirect the lava flow, and the nearby town of Grindavik braced for potential evacuation. Residents described the ground trembling beneath them, the deep rumble of magma rising as a constant reminder of the forces below. The urgency surrounding the Svartsengi power plant reflected lessons learned from past disasters, like the Krafla fires of the 1970s, where geothermal facilities narrowly escaped destruction. Engineers scrambled to position barriers, earthen ridges fortified with cooled lava rock, to direct the molten flow. Local Icelanders, accustomed to responding to such crises, coordinated evacuation drills in Grindavik, showcasing a practiced resilience born from living atop a volatile landscape. Iceland owes its explosive nature to its unique position on the mid-Atlantic ridge, where the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates are slowly pulling apart. As these plates drift, they create a pressure release point that allows magma to rise from deep within the Earth's mantle, resulting in frequent volcanic eruptions. The slow but relentless movement of the North American and Eurasian plates averages just a few centimeters per year, a pace almost imperceptible to human eyes, yet monumental over millennia. These movements create rift zones where magma rises and forces its way through fissures in the crust. Think of Iceland as a pressure valve for the planet, a place where the internal mechanics of the Earth are laid bare for all to see. To Icelanders, this process is visible proof of the Earth's dynamism, a force that both creates and destroys. Iceland's volcanic history is as dramatic as its landscapes. In 1783, the Laki eruption unleashed a catastrophe of unimaginable scale. Over 8 months, lava flows and poisonous gases devastated the island, killing crops, livestock, and nearly a quarter of Iceland's population. The impact of the eruption reached far beyond Iceland, altering global weather patterns and contributing to widespread famine. The Laki eruption, known in Icelandic as the Skaft of Fires, unleashed over 15 cubic kilometers of lava, the largest volume in recorded history. Acidic haze blanketed the island, killing 80% of livestock and plunging Iceland into what became known as the Mist Hardships. The devastation extended far beyond Iceland. Crop failures in Europe and India, attributed to the resulting sulfur aerosols cooling the climate, showed how Iceland's volcanoes have the power to alter global history. More recently, the 2010 eruption of Eyjafjallajökull provided a stark reminder of Iceland's global impact. Its ash cloud disrupted air travel across Europe, grounding over 100,000 flights and stranding millions of travelers. The eruption, though modest by Icelandic standards, became a global event, showcasing the reach of this island's fiery heart. Iceland's position in the North Atlantic places it directly in the path of major air travel routes, making even modest eruptions a global concern. The Reykjanes Eruption, while smaller in scale, is part of the same geological forces that have shaped Iceland for millennia. It's a continuation of the dance between fire and ice, a reminder of the raw power beneath our feet. For Icelanders, volcanic eruptions are not just natural disasters, they're a way of life. The island is home to over 30 active volcanic systems, making eruptions a regular occurrence. Yet instead of fleeing, Icelanders have learned to thrive in this volatile environment. The interplay between Icelanders and their environment has produced a unique cultural identity. The term Eldfjallafolk, meaning volcano people, reflects a community rooted in adaptation and innovation. Grindavik, founded in the shadow of Reykjanes' fiery fissures, is emblematic of this relationship. Since its establishment centuries ago, the town has weathered repeated eruptions and earthquakes, each event strengthening its communal spirit. Geothermal energy, a byproduct of Iceland's volcanic activity, powers over 90% of homes on the island. The Blue Lagoon, now a global tourist destination, owes its existence to geothermal runoff from the nearby Svartsengi power plant. Even as lava flows threaten infrastructure, Iceland's people harness the heat and energy of their volcanoes, turning challenges into opportunities. The Blue Lagoon, a byproduct of geothermal innovation, transformed from an industrial runoff site into one of Iceland's most iconic tourist attractions, epitomizing the fusion of natural beauty and human creativity. The question isn't whether Iceland will see another eruption, it's when. Scientists predict that the Reykjanes Peninsula will remain active in the coming years, with magma chambers continuing to swell beneath the surface. For Icelanders, this is the rhythm of life, a constant cycle of creation and destruction, a reminder of the island's geological vitality. Modern tools like GPS systems and seismic monitors provide invaluable data, yet the unpredictability of magma flow remains a challenge. Scientists studying the Reykjanes Peninsula note the inflation of magma chambers, a clear signal of future eruptions, but determining the exact timing is notoriously elusive. The potential risks extend beyond lava flows. Volcanic eruptions often trigger glacial floods, known as jökullaups, as heat melts the ice caps that blanket much of Iceland. These floods can carve valleys, destroy infrastructure, and leave scars visible for centuries. For Icelanders, this is an accepted reality, part of the enduring cycle of creation and destruction that defines their homeland. From the molten rivers of Reykjanes to the icy expanse of its glaciers, Iceland is a land of contrasts, a place where extremes collide to create something uniquely beautiful. Its volcanic story is one of resilience and renewal, a testament to the human spirit's ability to adapt in the face of overwhelming forces. Iceland's contrasting elements, fiery eruptions and icy glaciers, mirror its broader cultural identity, a balance of resilience and reverence. Historical texts, like those found in the Íslendingabók, the Book of Icelanders, recount tales of settlers who relied on volcanic heat for survival during brutal winters. These early accounts resonate in modern times, as Iceland continues to harness the fiery forces beneath its surface. Iceland is not just a land of fire and ice, it's a living, breathing reminder of our planet's raw, untamed power. Stay curious and informed by subscribing to Natural Phenomena Uncovered. Join our journey to explore the forces that shape our planet through science, history, and wonder. Hit subscribe and never miss out. Your next discovery is just a click away.